Thank you, man.
As you heard, I'm Kobus Visser the Viking. I'm all about challenges. I'm all about stepping up. Who here in this room is in business? Business is easy, right? You all agree South Africa's economy is the best it's ever been. Yes or yes? No? Why no? Why do you believe that? I want to teach you something. Whatever you believe becomes your thoughts. As a man thinketh, so why do you want to believe the economy is bad? Because your thoughts become your, your thoughts become your, so your words, there's even a book that says life and death is in the power of the tongue, and those who love to use it will bear the fruit of it. Our words then become our actions. Our actions leads to our habits. Our habits then become our values, and our values ultimately leads to our destiny. We in this room believe that destiny is in your own hands. So why do you want to believe that the economy is bad? Whatever you believe will become your reality. My challenge to you this morning is that anything is possible if you believe, if you think the right way, if you use the right words. It's a life principle that I live by, and this quote was written by the late Mahatma Gandhi. I want to challenge you today to become more courageous in your business, to really to take calculated risks. You are in freedom to create freedom, am I right? You're in business to create freedom, yes or yes? But also I believe that when we are in business, we also leave a legacy. What is the impact you're going to leave in your business when you're not there anymore? Or what is the impact you are going to do in your community today? Because it's not about just making money. It's about the impact you make. Do you know, in South Africa, for every person that gets employed, supports 8 people. Now that's what I want businesses to do. Is don't be a one-man band. Let's employ people and create abundance in South Africa. Yes or yes? Who's up for that challenge? Great, I love it. So just to touch you there, why I believe the impossible is possible. I'm not going to go into depth, but I was in a wheelchair. The doctor said, Chris, you have to get your ankles replaced, your elbows replaced. That's your destiny. And then I said, I believe different. So I challenged myself to go through the pain. Ladies and gentlemen, growth is painful, but the success is worth it. Are you willing to go through the growing pains to reap the rewards? Yes or yes? And then when you put yourself a challenge, you can accomplish anything. Like me climbing Kilimanjaro with my crutches. Because it comes down to what you believe. But it also comes down to what you focus on. Where do you focus in your business and in this country? You look at the most beautiful view when you look on Kilimanjaro above the clouds. It feels like you are in heaven. Or are you the one constantly looking at the shit house that is blocking your view? What you are focusing on, you are getting. So my challenge is to you to change your focus. So for me, it's all about challenges. Recently, I challenged a business that waterproofing. They went from zero resources, no website, ladies and gentlemen. And in 3 months, they generated R1 million profit. Why? It's like the journey of a farmer. You have to prepare the ground first. You don't jump ahead and think you're going to get a harvest. Once you plant your seed, what do you need to do? You have to look after it. You have to water it. Right? So it's work. You have to do the work. And then after the work, you have to have faith that God will send the rain, that you've done whatever it takes. And then you have faith, and then before you know it, you have a harvest. But when you have a harvest, here's why I say employment is important. You have to have enough workers to take off the harvest. Am I right? Otherwise, one person will not take off down a big field. But I want to, while I'm going back, there's a lady in this room tonight. Her name is Nikki. She's just hiding here somewhere. And last year at this expo, the best day of last year, she came to me and she walked over broken glass. And I said, if you can do that, you can do anything. And she says, what is something that you would love to do? What is a dream? She said, Cobus, is to write a book. I said, in a year's time, do you accept the challenge? When I meet you again, that you will have a book. It took her 12 months, and yesterday when I saw her, she was all excited. She said, Cobus, I wrote my book. So well done, Nikki, wherever you are. Because the thing is, I want to challenge you to step up your game. Can you go from 0 to 90 days, make $1 million? So it's like my friend, one of my clients, he races Lamborghinis. He's 52 years old. Silvio Scribante. And he says, Cobus, I said, let's go win the South African Championship. He says, Cobus, I'm too old. I'm racing. I'm just doing it for a hobby. I said, no, let's go win. Because everything follows a process. But ladies and gentlemen, once we get the process and the strategy work and the implementation of that strategy, it comes to the last race. Whoever wins between him and two other drivers takes the championship. It's the last lap. He's placed third. Now, I want you to think about it. Once you've done all the work, he worked on his speed, he worked on his health, he worked on his fitness to become better racing driver. But then he had faith. On the last lap, the two Ferraris in front of them ran out of petrol. He passed them and he won the championship. So I want you to believe, if you do, it's a little bit small, whatever it takes, anything is possible. Let me tell you another story. There's a team by the name of the Southern Kings. And they were placed last, and they couldn't win more than 2 games. But when I took them on a journey of believing whatever it takes, they went on. Is there any Bulls fans here in the room, by the way? They won the Bulls on Loftus because they believed in whatever it takes. One gentleman I met that year at the Southern Kings. Have you ever heard of Makazolo? Makazolo. He was about to give up on rugby because he was almost getting old. You will notice if you ever go Google, he wears a yellow or a red armband that says whatever it takes. I told him, you're going to be a Springbok. He said, Cobus, no. I said, if you could walk over fire, you can do anything. Where is he today? The third highest try, or the fourth now, but almost the third highest try scorer. So ladies and gentlemen, you are the problem in your own business. If you have challenge in your own business, you need to look at yourself. Here's the statistics. Top leaders double profits. If you are believing, who believes in this room they are a leader? So it's time to believe and step up your game to become the leader in business and in your field. So here's the challenge. Here's an execution blueprint. Why I created in red is to show that most businesses doesn't do this. They don't have a vision. They don't have a vision that people buy into. They don't have a big goal they are challenged, that they are going after. They don't look after their strong financial health. They have poor financial health. They have no budget. They don't save. One of my clients, we got to a point where they save their money. They have a cash flow that if something had to happen, they can survive for 6 to 12 months. If your business has to close doors today, how long would your business be able to survive? 1 day, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months without worrying? Is your customers delighted? How's your operations? Is your team thriving? And for me, the most important thing, like Danny said, what is your values? If you don't have the right values in your business, you will attract the wrong clients. You will attract clients that fight you on price. None of my clients I have ever fights me on price. They accept it. Is your clients challenging you on price? Are they always difficult? Then you have the wrong clients. So what is your business values? To give you an example, any lawyers in this room? Any lawyers? There's 1 or 2. So I work with this lawyer firm, and they say we have a lot of conflict and we're stressed. And I look at their values, and the number 1 value is honesty. Now I see you all laughing because I can't go to the judge and be honest and say my client is guilty, but please be nice to him. So they had to change their values. If you live by your values, you will attract the right people. Who wants to know the blueprint of scaling their business? How many of you want the blueprint? Say I. But before I get to it, this blueprint is so powerful that I helped this company grow by 80% over 12 months. How many of you would love to have your business grow with 80%? Say I. Good. How many of you would love your business to grow by 250%? Say I. Say I. Are you willing to do whatever it takes? Yes. Are you willing to do whatever it takes? Yes. Anything is possible. So here is the blueprint. The blueprint is called the Art of Scale. It's in conjunction with FNB and S-Growth that this was created. So it's not my own, but this is the blueprint I work on. Let's start on the most important. Success lies at the bottom. 50% starts with your team and your board and yourself. If you want to be successful, 50% is that area. 25% is your strategy. That is 75% where your results lie. How many of you take time, if we look on top, let's look at strategy. How many of you sit down and work out your 12 to 18 month strategy? Okay? How many of you break it down to a quarterly strategy? Right? How many of you put down every 4 months, you look at your strategy again? Just a few hands I see. Because I think it's nice to have a strategy and nice to have it on board, but do you implement it? How many of you have created habits? In our team we call it goals and rhythms. I've created a rhythm where you set a goal every day to achieve that, where you set goals every week to be able to achieve that, and then you have someone accountable and keep you accountable that you are doing what you are saying. And I see hands. No one. Okay, interesting. Because the thing is, your strategy is where your focus is going to go. How many of you in this room believes knowledge is power? Really? Why are you believing that BS? Not that what you're thinking, your belief system. Why is your belief system that knowledge is power? That is the biggest lie in the world. Who disagrees with me? You disagree with me that it's... No, it's not. You have all the power to be successful, all the knowledge to be successful in business. You have all the knowledge to have a six-pack, and yet you don't. However, you need to apply that knowledge. You can have all of the strategy, but if you don't execute it, what is your execution strategy? How do you measure it that you are applying it? That is your focus. The other 50%, let's start with you, your A game. Are you at your A game? Do you have the right skills? Are you showing up with the right attitude in your own business every day? Are you showing up with the right attitude to your clients? Are you showing up with the right attitude to your team? Is your team A players? Who has A players in their team that delivers? Only one or two. Because your A team is the most important. I have a belief that you can turn a B player into an A player. How do you do that? Through upskilling. It's where you do self-reflection and you measure yourself to see what is my shortcomings. Where do I need to upskill? You know there's two areas in business that you need to address. I will get there now. Then how many of you have a board of directors for your business? Or a board of advisors? Anyone? Do you meet up with them on a quarterly basis? I have a board of advisors that I meet up every quarter. One that is an expert in property, one that is an expert in investments, one that is an expert in sales and marketing. I sit down with them and we look at the strategy and we implement it. No matter how big or small your business is, you look at creating a board. People that are successful, that can guide you to not make the same mistakes. Have any one of you traveled to Alice Ras before, Lepalale? When you travel for the first time, you drive very fast or do you drive slow? Slow because you don't know where all the potholes is and all the speed drops. But if you have someone that travels that road every day, will you travel it faster? Yes, because they will tell you all of the speed traps where you need to go faster, right? Or slower. So what's your board? That's your A game. That is 75% of your success. Then you haven't even gotten to the other part, finances and operations. Next is the two areas then people in their business fail, is they don't do marketing and sales. Because sales is important, because most business owners I tell, what business are you in? The first thing you need to say, I'm in sales, I'm selling my business. I'm marketing. The first area of businesses hit back is their marketing. If you want exponential growth, this is 2 areas that you have to set in. How's your operations? I have a client in Dubai that is the top real estate seller. And the secret that he does, he takes a list of all of his clients, their family, their birth dates. And then once he's done deals with them, every year he will send them flowers, he will send them chocolates, he will invite them to golf days. That now he's become the biggest real estate sales guy in Dubai. Are you doing that on a daily basis? And then the last part is, are you looking at your capital and cash? Are you cash flow positive? Are you measuring your cash flow? Are you saving? Or do you buy things on your emotions? Do you make emotional decisions? If you follow this blueprint, the rewards will be success. I guarantee when I work with clients, I can guarantee you in 12 months that you will grow your business, guaranteed all your money back. Because I believe in the system. Because here's the thing, you all follow a strategy in your business, am I right? Yes or yes? So you all agree 1 + 1 equals? I can't hear you? 2, right? So if I look at the result 2, if I make it too big, is the result still the same? Is it still the same? If I make it small, is it still the same? It's still a 2. But if we want to change the results and the challenge, is what we have to do is change the strategy. Because 1 + 2 equals, did the result change? So if you want to change the results in your business, change your strategy, and it changes. Because here's the thing, if you can't measure the things in your business, you can't manage it. Not only in business, but in your life as well. It's important to have the metrics and check in on your business on a monthly basis. This creates the base to performance. Here's something I like to do with businesses. When you do strategy, do you do all of the red flags in your business? Do you do assessment in your own business? I can't hear. So what if you look at your business? Where is your business currently at this moment? Where is your strategy? Where is your execution? How's your people doing? Are they motivated? Are they inspired? Are they buying into your vision? They've done a study with people that if you want your people to stay with you, there's 2 things you need to do. One, you have to have a vision, right? They need to buy into that vision. Secondly, thing is, are you doing something for the community? They found that with employees, if you're giving back to the community, they want to be part of your business because you are making a difference. That is how powerful it is, because it's not that people think people work because just of money. No. They work first for leaders, they work for vision, and they work for making a. The next thing is, do you have a list of things that you do in your business? Do you have a mapped out plan on a yearly basis and quarterly basis? Example, this business had a challenge with healthy inner circle dynamic. They didn't plan, they need to plan to maximize their core. I love assessments. You have to look at assessing your business to know where is my business now so that I can know where my business is going. But to know where I'm going, I have to have a vision. So I want you to think quickly about what is your challenge for yourself for the next 12 months? What growth do you want for the next 12 months? And if you want to commit to that, I want you to challenge yourself to step up and make that your Kilimanjaro so that you can do that in the next 12 months. And here's the secret. You want to know the secret? Who wants to know the secret? This is called rhythms. So what we do is, are you measuring your team's success? So this is a fun thing we do with our teams. So we look at every team member, how they're showing up. Are they setting their weekly goals? Are they achieving their weekly goals? So they measure themselves. Have they set their quarterly goals and objectives? You can see the red crosses as those team members haven't showed up in those areas. Are they wrapping up? Have they succeeded in achieving their weekly goals? Because as a CEO or a business manager, you need to know how your team is doing, but you also need to know how you're showing up. So are you measuring them? Are they attending weekly meetings to tell you what are they doing for the week? And then one thing we like to do with our teams on a daily basis is they put on the team group, what is my daily goal I want to achieve? And by the end of the day, they submit if they have achieved it or not. Through this, it creates a rhythm of creating success. And for you as a leader with a team or for yourself, you keep yourself accountable to be able to achieve it. So let me wrap this up for you. One, first you create your annual goals, your North Star. Define it clearly. How many of you have a North Star? Say aye. Yeah, almost no one. That's scary. Are you reflecting and updating your North Star? Because life changes, am I right? You all remember 2020? It can change in an instant. So are you updating it? Are you reviewing last year's results and outcomes? And the next is, are you adjusting and making improvements? And then the last thing for me there that's not there is, do you have faith? I can't hear you. Do you have faith? The next is quarterly goals. It's every quarter and every month. You look at your North Star, you review, you adjust, and you plan. Ladies and gentlemen, it's about working on your business, not in your business. And then weekly sprints. As you look at your objectives, you look at the weekly objectives, you adjust your improvements, you clear your email box. Sometimes you have to press Control, Alt. Daily goals and weekly commitment meeting. If you follow a process, the results will. If you follow a process, the results will. Good. Is Isaac close by? Isaac, can you just come up? I want you to know that true power lays in stepping back to work on your business, not just in it. Use statistics and data to make informed decisions and drive your success forward. Step forward. So here's my 4 steps for you to do. 1, diagnose your business fast. Go and sit down with someone and diagnose it. Look at why you are not growing. Second is, if you have a team, create team alignment. Bring clarity to confusion by focusing on your management team and the right problem to solve. If you focus on the 20%, that will give you 80% of your results. Get your business unstuck. And that's what I do. I help your business to get unstuck. And then grow your business systematically, step by step by step. I remember when I was in Kilimanjaro, at this one point I was struggling. I had to walk with the crutches. And as I was struggling, I looked down and I asked the guide. And the guide says, Chris, look down, can you see your next step? I said, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, when you have a North Star, it's great to look at it. But what is the next step you need to do? One of my mentors, David, says, what is your next 5 big moves? What are the next 5 moves you need to take and to grow your business? So if you want to know more about what I do and about this dashboard and assessment, I want you to come visit me at stand C45 and I will tell you a little bit more. And if you want to know more about my story and be inspired, I want to tell you my challenge was to write a book. You all hear I'm actually Afrikaans, am I right? So my English is very delicious because I've spoken it since I've been twice. I know I'm exaggerating with my pronunciation sometimes. However, I didn't have an excuse or blame it on that. So my challenge to you in your business and in your life, what legacy are you leaving behind? My challenge to you is leave your stories, your lessons behind, so that anyone that joins your business knows where your business comes from, what your business stands for, what your lessons are, what your stories, what you believe. So mine is walking through fire, and the last tag is whatever it takes. Can I hear whatever it takes? I want you to stand up with me. Isaac is going to show you how easy it is to change your business. Right? It's called Step Forward.
Hi, everyone, what are you doing? Come on, hi, everyone, what are you doing? Okay, come on, you're live with the Viking. The business show of 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, now we just want to do a step forward. Thank you very much for us. Powerful ways and strategy. Synchronous step by step. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we just want to do a step forward. May I get step forward for the step forward. Step forward. Love me. So just go step forward and come back. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, whatever we do, we can have beautiful ways of encouragement at the end of the day. We need to put action, which is step forward for our dreams, for our profit, for our goal, for our team, for our energy, for our salary, for our profits. Step forward! Anyone know where campus is here? This should be your first step.
Yes. Soza Rosa. Ole soldados.
You know, they say your life comes from the new mind, which is new energy. All the way, no, it is fine.
Soza Rosa. Ole soldados. Yes.